Hi, everybody. Welcome to our All About A Plus webinar. Tonight we have a few different guests from a few different area colleges that are going to talk to us about all things A Plus in the state of Missouri and get to answer any questions that you guys might have. So we'll go over just a few housekeeping items as people are kind of starting to join in. I'm Katie Dodge. I am a college counselor at St. Dominic High School in O'Fallon, Missouri. And these are just a few basic rules that we have to ensure that everything runs smoothly tonight. First thing, you will be asking questions through a Q&A feature. When you guys are on your screens, you should see a Q&A feature that is up. I think it'll be towards the top. If you're on a laptop, it might be a little bit different. Your camera and microphone are off. That is mandated by StriveScan. So we have everybody's camera and microphone off to limit that feedback so that the panelists can't see and hear you, and it does not have that weird feedback. Recording, everything is being recorded, and the sessions will be available at MOACAC, Missouri Association for College Admissions Counseling.org. And please remember to sign up for more sessions. There are tons of sessions, whether that is informational about specific colleges and universities or about specific things that you guys are interested in. So please go online to moacac.org and check out all of the different sessions that we're going to have throughout the next coming months. So I will go ahead and hand it over to our awesome reps now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the All Things A Plus presentation. Sorry, give me 1 second. I pulled up the wrong screen. Here we are. Okay, so welcome to the All Things A Plus presentation. We are here to talk to you about the A Plus program. We will be taking questions through the Q&A feature. Just know that we will answer the questions after we have all had a chance to present, so please don't think we're ignoring your questions. We will absolutely get to them, and you are absolutely welcome to send them to us. My name is Joseph Recupero. I'm an admissions counselor from Truman State University. I'm going to talk a little bit about what the A Plus program is and how it works at Truman. So, the A Plus program, what exactly is it? So the A Plus program was a Missouri State initiative to provide funding for quality education to its students. It has been extended from community colleges to public universities and some private universities. And the eligibility is the same for all students, but the way it applies to schools is school dependent. As far as eligibility, there are 4 main areas that are considered. There is your academic record, so maintaining a particular GPA and achieving a certain level of classwork, especially in algebra. There is a 95 to 98% attendance requirement. So in school attendance, these requirements have been slightly shifted because of COVID, which is why I did include the link at the bottom of the screen so that you'll be able to go on and find the exact eligibility requirements that you need. There's also a service component, which includes academic service to other students in your school and area, and maintaining a record of good citizenship, including not having any interactions with law enforcement and maintaining a good citizenship record. As I said, you can follow the link at the bottom of this screen, and it will provide you with more information about the A Plus program in general and about the specific requirements for eligibility for the A Plus program. And I'm sure some of our other panelists are going to talk about it a bit as well. Being a public university in Missouri, a 4-year university, Truman does take A Plus scholarship. However, we do not do a full tuition waiver based on the A Plus scholarship. Instead, at Truman, you will receive a $500 scholarship per academic year for the completion of the A Plus program. This is in addition to other automatic scholarships that are offered by the university, but we do want to honor the fact that students have put in hard work to complete the A Plus program, and therefore will offer a $500 a year academic scholarship. In order to qualify for this academic scholarship, it's actually quite easy. All we require is the stamp on your transcripts, proving that you have completed the A+ program, there's an official A+ seal that will be included on your transcripts. So that will qualify you for the first year to receive the $500. And then for each subsequent year after that, you have to maintain a 3.25 GPA on campus and participate in scholarship hours. So while you did service to gain the scholarship, you also get to do service at Truman to continue the scholarship. And that's about 4 scholarship hours per week to maintain the scholarship. That is the clean and simple way that we do it at Truman. So as long as you apply and have the seal distinction, you will receive the A+ scholarship for Truman. And as long as you maintain the GPA and complete the scholarship hours, you will receive that money every year. I did want to include my contact information on this last slide. You can always reach me at jrecupero@truman.edu or at the cell phone number listed below. And if you are interested in using that A+ program at Truman, please take the time and let me know. Thank you very much.
Okay, hello all. My name is Ariel Dumars, and I am the admission counselor here at Southeast Missouri State University, and I will be covering the Southeast A+ and how it works at Southeast. So just a little bit about the A+ scholarship at Southeast. It mimics the state A+ in Missouri. You can go to either Kennett or Sikeston regional campuses in Missouri if you're getting the Southeast A+ scholarship. The Missouri State Southeast A+ scholarship does only work at 2-year institutions or community colleges. So if you decide that you want to utilize your A+, you can either go to Kennett or Sikeston through Southeast, or you can go to our Cape College Center in Cape and use the state A+ scholarship. So students eligible for the state A+ scholarship or the Southeast A+ scholarship are Cape County, Bollinger, Butler, Dunklin, Mississippi, New Madrid, Pemiscot, Ripley, Scott, Stoddard, and Wayne County. So any student that lives in those counties or goes to school in those counties will be eligible for the Southeast A+ scholarship. So just a little bit about the value of the Southeast A+ scholarship. It covers 100% of your tuition and your technological fees. So that's including up to 200 level classes or 60 credit hours. So that's usually your freshman and your sophomore year that A+ is covering. If you're getting federal funding and it's covering tuition and technological fees, the A+ kind of won't show up, or it'll pay for what's left over after that amount applies. So it's sort of a last dollar amount award, and it covers after your federal funding goes first. And like I just mentioned, or I wanted to reiterate, that your technological fees and your tuition are a little over $5,000. So the only thing that you would have left over after your Southeast A+ would apply is that parking pass, which there is no parking pass because Kennett and Sikeston campuses don't make you pay for parking, and then your books. So we're $36 for textbook rentals, and that's essentially all you would have to pay for after Southeast A+ applies towards your bill. So how you apply to Southeast Missouri State is pretty simple and seamless. We have a $0 application fee, and for self-reporting purposes, we're using your ACT and your GPA, and you can simply type those into the application. We are test optional with a 2.75 GPA as well. So the application usually takes 8 to 10 minutes max, and then once you get all the information in and you're accepted, we will need your final transcript once you graduate from high school, and you have to make sure that you're enrolled full-time at the university, so at Sikeston or Kennett, and then you want to make sure that you're completing that FAFSA yearly. So just a little bit about stacking your A-plus scholarships with other university scholarships. So at Southeast, you can't stack that A-plus with, for example, our Copper Dome scholarship. So you want to make sure you're comparing your scholarship opportunities. So like I said, the A-plus scholarship works for 2 years or 60 credit hours, while our Copper Dome scholarship works for 4 years. So because you can't get those together, you want to make sure you're comparing or talking to your financial aid office or your admission counselor. As far as renewal goes for the Southeast A-plus scholarship, there's continual renewal once you start the actual program a year later. As long as you're maintaining that 2.5 GPA and you have 24 credit hours annually, you can keep using that A-plus. But like I said, once you max out on those 60 credit hours, depending on major, you won't see the A-plus anymore. And if you do have any questions regarding A+, there's a bunch of different offices that you can contact. So of course the Kennett campus where you can use your A+, the Sykeston campus, and then you can contact the Office of Admissions on main campus or the Student Financial Services office. And because you can use your A+ at the Cape College Center in Cape, you can contact them for questions regarding A+ as well. And then, of course, lastly, I am Ariel Dumars, like I said earlier, the admission counselor for Cape County, Southeast Missouri, and Arkansas, and I cover a lot of area in A+, and I can help you if you need any questions regarding that. I'm now going to turn it over to Denise at Mineral Area so she can discuss A+ there.
Good afternoon. My name is Denise Sebastian. I'm the Director of Financial Aid and Admissions at Mineral Area College. Next slide, please. Mineral Area College is a small rural community college located in Park Hills, Missouri, about 65 miles southeast of St. Louis. We offer a large variety of courses in multiple formats to meet the needs of both traditional and non-traditional age students. Next slide, please. The cost of education is low at MAC, and the A+ Missouri program covers the entire tuition amount after your federal aid has been applied. A+ students only need to cover their course fees and textbooks. And that's about $1,000 a semester, and housing if you live on campus. Next slide, please. To activate your A+ benefits at MAC, you will need to ask your high school counselor to send us a copy of your official final high school transcript with the A+ seal on it. You will then complete the free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA form, each year beginning October 1st. You will complete an A+ activation form on our student portal each semester when you enroll in your classes. It's just that easy. Next slide, please. The Missouri State A+ program requires full-time enrollment. That's defined as 12 or more hours during the regular terms and 6 or more hours during the summer term. It requires that you be seeking a degree at MAC and that you maintain a 2.0 or higher cumulative grade point average at the end of your first semester. You may renew your A+ benefits as long as you maintain full-time enrollment and a 2.5 or higher cumulative grade point average after the end of your first year. Your A+ benefits are available for up to 4 years after you graduate high school or until you earn an associate degree or have attempted 65 credit hours towards an associate degree, whichever comes first. Next slide, please. Please follow us on social media to keep up to date with all things Mineral Area College. Next slide, please. You can also check out our website. We have a ton of information available online. Thank you, and I hope to see you at Mineral Area College.
I'm Davina Bixby again, and I am the admissions coordinator at Three Rivers College. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit of, how students can use A+ at Three Rivers. So at Three Rivers College, we're located in Southeast Missouri in Butler County. Our campus is in Poplar Bluff, and we have several off-site locations as well. It's just like the other colleges. It is very simple to access your A+ eligibility. First, we have you on our radar that you are A+ eligible based on clicking yes on the application in section 4. So right there, you're on our radar. We know that you're looking to use your A+ funds, and just like Mineral Area and the other and SEMO, to be able to receive your funds, we do have to have, 1, your FAFSA on file, and 2, we do have to have an official high school transcript that has the A+ seal. And as soon as we have all of that in place, then after your Pell Grant, is put in place based on your eligibility, A+ would come second, and it covers your, tuition and some fees with your tuition. And as the other school said, that there are some fees that aren't covered, but it does get you a bulk of your semester fees. So we do have several locations throughout Southeast Missouri. We have photos of our Sykeston location, our Kennett location, and I also want to highlight our Cape Center. SEMO brought up a little bit about it. So what's special about our Cape Center is that students can attend and take classes there. They would be dual enrolled between SEMO and Three Rivers College. And essentially, they're earning an associate's degree while they're working towards their 4-year degree. And the benefit of this is that you can receive, through Three Rivers, you can use your A+ eligibility. So you kind of get the best of both worlds of, using that A+, working on a 2-year degree, so that you have that as kind of a benchmark halfway between your path of completing a 4-year degree. So definitely a great opportunity to take advantage of.
Davina, I'm going to interrupt you for just a second. There are some questions in the Q&A saying that they can't see your full presentation, that it's stuck on one of the slides.
Okay, let's see here. Do we see the slides changing now?
Yes.
Okay, so the wrong screen shared, but that is okay. So this is just the information that I just went over regarding our locations. And again, mentioned about, using A+ for both while enrolled at SEMO, but also enrolled at Three Rivers. And, at Three Rivers, we do have, a lot of opportunities for our students. We have the college transfer pathways. So students, can earn an Associate of Arts, an Associate of Science, Associate of Arts in Teaching. And so you get, again, one of the benefits of, starting out at a 2-year school like Three Rivers is that you get that degree halfway between, as your bigger and larger goal is that 4-year degree. So it kind of just gives you like a benchmark. You kind of reached a plateau as you keep climbing to get that larger, you have that larger goal and plan or in place. So definitely a great thing, especially if you're building your resume, you have that degree to put on there, if you're looking for employment as you're trying to finish your education. We also had the career and technical programs. So these are a lot of our Associates of Applied Science. So students are really getting hands-on experience and in the classroom. And the goal with these programs is to really help students be workforce ready, have a career plan, have a career choice, and be able to get that resume out there and go directly from school to the workforce after completing their associates with us. We do our best to offer a lot of different opportunities. I know right now we've just have a huge expansion that we're working on completing with our career and technical programs. And that includes fire science, criminal justice, our like IT program that's really based on networking, kind of troubleshooting. If you really like networks, computer networks, so we have a lot of those. Again, brand new facility, some brand new technology that goes with that. So very exciting. We have one of the premier fire science training facilities in the southern half of the state. So those are things that we're really proud of. And a thing for students to know is that they don't necessarily see the exact pathway that they're looking for. You know, sometimes we take pieces from different programs to build a program for a student. So we always encourage people to reach out to us. I'll have my information in the next slide. So if there's any questions that you have, you know, we'll talk with you and see what we can do one-on-one to meet your needs. And a great place to start exploring Three Rivers is through on our website, through the admissions tab. We have some online opportunities to where you can have live sessions with our program managers, with our faculty to talk about their program and get a little more detail. And we also have TRC online, which is 12 programs that we have fully rolled out online. And again, all of these opportunities are, you know, they're all eligible for the A+ funding if you meet that requirement. So we have a lot to offer our students. And here is my information. As I said, I'm the coordinator of admissions and recruitment. You can reach me at dbixby@trcc.edu. Phone number 573-840-9666. And I'm always happy to talk to somebody that's interested in attending Three Rivers who has questions. So I encourage you, reach out. We can do phone calls. We have a lot of virtual opportunities. We do virtual advising, virtual meetings. So we can definitely meet you in whatever manner is most beneficial for you. So thank you for your time. Okay, so I see that there is, for everybody here, there is one question in the queue. What's the A+ program about? What do you do? What do you do is the question.
I believe you do. I don't know if it's the same for all high schools and how you complete it, but you can get that information from your school counselor if you're interested in doing it. Some schools start at their sophomore year, some schools start at their junior year, and you just keep, I think maybe like volunteer opportunities, and there's a couple other requirements, and then that gives you that like A+ seal whenever you're applying to colleges.
The Missouri Department of Education website does list all of the requirements for the A+ program. So if you're looking for kind of the nitty-gritty specifics, you can either ask your counselor, or you can go on the Missouri Department of Education website, and there is a page for the A+ scholarship.
Were there any other questions from any of the students or families that we can answer for you guys in the Q&A?
So do you need to reside in the county to take advantage of the A+ program? I know for Three Rivers, we don't have like a county requirement. It's if you meet the A+ qualifications and you have that seal of approval on your transcript. And then obviously each semester, we just have to make sure that you are maintaining the standards that are required by A+. You maintain your full-time status, you didn't go below full-time, you're meeting the GPA requirements. So as long as you're doing those, per semester, then you keep your A+ eligibility for, as long as, you have it, which is typically that 2 years.
I will jump in just a second and add to that although you don't have to be a resident of any certain county, you do have to be a Missouri resident in order to take advantage of the A+ program at the state level. So I'm speaking for community colleges and 2-year career and technical education schools.
And also for CMO, it's a little bit different. Like when I was saying per high school, so per county, if you're going to Kennett or Sikeston, it is per county. But if you're utilizing the Cape College Center, like with Missouri A+, it is not per county. So.
That was a really good question. Does any other of our listeners have any questions that they would like to ask? Or even just about the schools that are represented here? So I'll ask, for those, for the different schools represented, what are some of your most popular programs, degrees that you offer that students sign up for?
I think when it comes to Truman, one of the most popular things is it's a liberal arts and sciences school, but we offer a master's in education, an accelerated master's in education. So if anyone is interested in being a teacher, you can attend Truman and in 5 years get a bachelor's in your subject area, a master's in education, and your teaching certification after 5 years. So that is a very popular program that students take advantage of up in Kirksville.
Okay, there was a question that did roll in. Does anyone have a medical assistant program? I know at Three Rivers, we don't specifically have a medical assistant program, but we do have like med lab tech, occupational therapy assistant, our nursing track, LPN to RN. So we do have some programs in the medical allied health field, but we don't specifically have a medical assistant. Is anybody here?
Sorry, go. At CMO, we do have a pre-physician assistant option, and then of course you can go to physician assistant school afterwards, and usually that's like a biomedical major or a biology major.
Okay, does any school have forensics? Again, for Three Rivers, I know we have an associate of arts pathway for kind of like pre-forensics to help get started with those initial classes to transfer to a 4-year school.
We do have a forensics. It's a minor. However, it does get the technical training for forensics. It's a combination of our justice systems department and our chemistry department. So you both get the sociological background and the hands-on kind of hard sciences background of forensics. It has become a very popular program recently.
Okay, do any schools offer law enforcement government classes?
I guess, yes. So as far as law enforcement goes, we call it justice systems. So it's a criminal justice major, but you are engaged in both the sociological aspects and the actual hands-on implementation of law and justice. And then as far as government classes go, yes, there's a political science major that encompasses lots of conversation around government and political institutions.
And at Three Rivers, we do have a Associate of Arts, so that's geared towards transferability to a 4-year school, and that's Associate of Arts in Administration of Justice, and that's actually a program that we have just fully rolled out as a fully online option. We also have a criminal justice associates of applied science. So again, that's getting you geared towards workforce readiness. And that's one of the programs where we have some really exciting things happening and having some labs built. It's part of our big technology expansion. So really exciting things coming. And government, we do have a pre-law and a government, again, transfer pathway where students can take those initial classes and then move on to another school. Anybody else have anything to add for that question?
I'll jump in real quick and just add that we also have a 1 year, 1,000 hour law enforcement academy program for students, and that feeds right into our Associate of Applied Science and Criminal Justice law enforcement as well.
Okay, so we have a couple more questions here. Does any of the schools have orchestras or jazz bands?
The quick answer is yes. All those opportunities are available. You don't have to be a music major, so absolutely, yes.
Yes, at Three Rivers, we also have music scholarships for the different music opportunities. So definitely want to keep track of our website. If you're interested in music and whether choral or orchestra, keep us in mind.
And we also do have jazz band, we have a lot of ensembles, we have marching band, and we also provide a lot of scholarship opportunities for those too.
Okay, does anyone have an EMT paramedic program? They know that Mineral Area does. Three Rivers does as well. We have the EMT basic, which is essentially like one class that you take in a semester. And at the end of that, it's a short-term certificate. It's just to get your basic EMT qualifications. But we do have a full 2-year paramedic program as well. Okay, let's see here. What's something your school could offer that we couldn't find somewhere else? I don't mean for questions to come off as sarcastic, but just something that I guess makes us stand out a little bit. What's the different choices that we offer? I can say for Three Rivers, two of the things I think is really cool that we offer, again, that I keep talking about the technology expansion. We have one of the top fire science training facilities in the southern half of the state. We also, for our ag program, we have a rodeo team. And you can actually rodeo for 4 years, because if you come here and you start out in the agribusiness program, there's a seamless transfer to Central Methodist University, and we partnered with them so that students can continue with the rodeo for 4 years. We also have a farm, a 108-acre farm with cattle, so really good hands-on experiences in the ag programs, and forestry as well. The forestry programs go out to our farm as well and do a lot of hands-on kind of lab activities. Anybody else like to add?
Yeah,
I think
sorry, go ahead, Denise.
that's okay. I think at MAC, what we're most proud of is our nursing department, our allied health. So we do have, the associate degree nursing, the licensed practical nursing, the EMT, the paramedic program. So we have a pretty large variety of allied health programs on our campus.
I would say the big uniqueness of Truman is it's a small liberal arts university at a public school price. So you are getting the liberal arts curriculum of choice in your classes, being able to double major and double minor, combine all these different knowledge fields and get a skills-based education, but you're paying us in-state tuition, plus lots of scholarship opportunities to do it. So that really makes Truman students highly competitive in the job markets as well.
I'd say, Davina, did you want to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'd say affordability is a huge one for us at CMO because we're below the national average. You're going to see a lot of 4-year universities, at least 20,000 or higher, and we're below that. And then when you're going to like a regional campus, so Canada or Sykeston, you're not even hitting $6,000. So just something to kind of consider whenever you are looking at universities or community colleges is affordability.
Okay. What would you say are your most popular student clubs and organizations?
I wouldn't say there's one particularly, there's too many. We'll just go with that. I will say there's something for everyone. When I do my presentations, I joke because we have a club called Plants, which stands for Plant Lovers Also Need to Socialize. And if there's a club for people that want to talk about plants, there's a club for everybody. So you'll find something that you want to participate in.
We also have a lot, and then if we don't have it, you can make it. So that's a fun feature for a lot of students. They love that because they feel like, I don't know what I'm going to get involved in when going to college. I wasn't really that involved in high school. I definitely say venture out. And if you do decide to use your A+ at Kennett or Sykeston, you can still join fraternities and sororities too. So it doesn't write you off from anything on main campus. You're still a Southeast student. You're just utilizing that A+ at a regional campus.
And I know at Three Rivers, we have SGA, and you actually can get SGA officers get scholarships. We have ambassadors on campus, so they're really the student face of the school, and it's very competitive. People really like that opportunity, and again, it's a scholarship-based opportunity. So not only are you part of a group, but you get a little bit of a financial benefit to it as well.
I think one of the differences between high school and college student activities is that the college activities are student-led. So in high school, a lot of times the activities are led by the club sponsors, but in most college situations, there are sponsors, but the students lead the activities. So you get to decide what role your group takes or what activities you do. And I think that gives you a little more freedom.
Okay, so we have another question. Being a virtual student, I can't participate in any clubs or organizations this year. So how will that affect my eligibility for scholarships revolving around things like choir or FBLA that I previously participated in?
I think I can't speak for everyone, but the easiest thing I would say is we get it. Everyone is in the middle of COVID at the moment. We're not going to hold it against you that COVID is stopping you from being in these organizations. We'll just look at your previous involvement records. And yeah, so we're not going to hold it against you that COVID is unfortunately getting in the way of things for all of us, not just for you students.
Yeah, it's definitely put a damper on a lot of activities and being involved. Great question. Are there any other last minute questions that anybody wants to get in?
Okay, I think that concludes our A+ session. So we'll go ahead and finish up. Sharing my screen. Okay, so just a quick thank you. Thank you so much to our wonderful presenters tonight. You guys have been awesome answering questions for the kids about not only your individual schools, but about A+ program in general. So thank you so much. Definitely could not have done it without you. Thank you for the students who joined us. I know that you guys took time out of your busy days as well to come and chat with us. So thank you so much. You guys will be receiving a quick 4-question survey after this, so please be sure to fill that out so that StriveScan can continue to make these presentations even better. And just a reminder to sign up for more sessions. MOACAC and StriveScan are going to have a ton more. These are super beneficial. You get to hear from the experts while sitting at home on your couch, so it's perfect. And a recording of this will be available if there were questions or something that you really wanted to kind of double back on and check. So again, thank you so much. Thank you to our presenters and thank you to our students. Everyone have a great night.